Hey coaches, for this video I want to talk to you about the program flow and science for our timed AMRAP. Now this is one of our most unique formats for several reasons. Number one, there's a lot of different options and moving parts in this one. And number two, because this one can either be a midline or a red line, it is basically a client's choice. So I'm trying to talk to you about all the moving parts, but first let me just kind of explain how it's going to work. On the timer, we're going to set it up to 2-minute sets. So it's going to be set on 20-second increments. So again, it'll be 20 seconds of work and 20 seconds of rest. So if you think kind of like our cyclone format, how when the buzzer sounds, they're just going to change moves instantaneously. So there'll be 2 moves, and they're just going to go back and forth between them. Now, how it works as far as choices in there, and that's why the timed AMRAP concept is in here, is while that buzzer is setting in those 2 minutes, the client can choose to either go back and forth using the buzzer on those 20 seconds, just like what you would do in a cyclone, or they can choose to use that entire 2-minute block and almost ignore the buzzers in the middle. They just, for that 2 minutes, go back and forth for a mini AMRAP in there. So just using 2 stations as an example on this one. Let's just say that it's slam ball slams here. They're gonna do either 10 slam ball slams and then the active recovery and then the slam ball slams and the active recovery. They're just gonna go back and forth like that as an AMRAP for those 2 minutes, and then they would just completely ignore the buzzer. Or they could choose to do that buzzer to buzzer where they would go for 20 seconds doing slams and then 20 seconds of active recovery and then 20 seconds of slams and then 20 seconds of active recovery. Now the active recovery is again another very unique part in this format. How this one will work is we are going to have 5 or 6 active recovery moves there, and they can choose which one to do. So for example, again, if I was choosing to do the timed ones using that same example, I would do 20 seconds of the slam ball slams, and then I would pick one of my active recoveries, jumping jacks, and I would do that for 20 seconds, and then I would do the slam ball slams, and then I would go back to one of the active recoveries, switch kicks, and then I would go back, and again, my choice. The only thing we would ask them is that they kind of bounce around a little bit, they just didn't do the same move back to back again. So again, I could choose to just go switch kicks and jumping jacks for the entire workout. I could go switch kicks, jumping jacks, in and out squats, burpees, whatever the recovery was, I could change those up. Now, if they are choosing to do the AMRAP, then on this one, they have to pick 2 active recoveries, and they do 15 reps of that. So for example, using our exact same ideal here, they're gonna do 10 slam ball slams, and then they're gonna do 15 of 2 different active recoveries. And again, that's their choice. They can do 15 jumping jacks and 15 switch kicks. They can do 15 switch kicks and 15 in and out squats. They can do, again, whatever the list of 5 or 6 moves up there, they can pick any 2 of them, and they'll do 15 reps, and then they will go back to the 10 reps and then the 15 and 15. So really it's going to be 10 reps at the station and 30 reps of active recovery, 15 and 15. And they're just going to continue to do that for 2 minutes. So basically we'll ignore the buzzer and they'll go. Now the reason it becomes so unique as far as red line and midline is, again, it's kind of client's choice. They can make the work into kind of what they want to get out of it. So it's really ultimately a go at your own pace workout. So if I'm here and I'm like, hey, you know what? I just really want to kind of push myself a little bit. Maybe, maybe someone who really likes maybe a little bit more of that beast mode style. I can go as fast as I want, and I can switch between, burpees and jumping jacks. So I can go 10 slam ball slams, burpees and jumping jacks, 10 slam ball slams, burpees, and how many times can I do that in 2 minutes? I can push my heart rate as high as it will possibly go if I choose to. On the flip side, maybe I'm here on Saturday and I really kind of just want to chat with my friends. I'm just going to use the buzzer. I'm going to, hey, how's it going? I'm going to do my slams until the buzzer sounds, and I'm going to do switch kicks and again, maybe staying a little bit more in that midline. That is also totally fine. So the unique part in coaching this format is going to be kind of getting a feel right away for where people are at, because what you're going to find is those who are counting reps, whether they are going for the see if I can get 100 rounds in 2 minutes, or they're just choosing to make that kind of bouncing back and forth because they like that style, they're going to be a little bit more zoned in because of the fact that they're counting reps. So what you're going to find on that is that will kind of pull the chatter down a little bit. So as coaches, I want to just make sure that, again, keeping the energy up high, we're probably not necessarily distracting the person that's counting, but just really kind of chewing through that. Now what you're going to find as far as where the energy is going to really build up on that one then is on the transition points. So after that 2-minute block, like I said, that they were either AMRAPing or going buzzer to buzzer on it, we're going to give them 40 seconds to rotate to the next station, and that'll be their water break. They'll rotate from the slam ball slams over to the TRX jump squats. The same thing will happen again, 10 jump squats and then the 15 and 15, or the buzzer to buzzer part on this one. But what we as coaches have to look at now is when that happens, we really want to build up the huge energy of kind of giving this great high five in their group with whatever. So again, whether they were choosing to go kind of in the zone and just AMRAP it for craziness and just really probably weren't necessarily doing a whole lot of high fives or chatting at the buzzers because they were just ignoring the buzzer and going for 2 minutes, or they were going buzzer to buzzer. Either way, as they rotate, that's the ideal time. We as coaches want to get in and get all kinds of high fives, and we really want to encourage them to get high fives. So what you're going to find, just to give some examples from a coaching perspective, let's just say, I'm in here working out next to one of our more competitive clients, and we are choosing to just go crazy to see how fast we go. And somewhat you might even find a little bit of competitiveness in there. Again, we're not encouraging that, but you're going to see it happening. What's going to happen is when that buzzer sounds, ideally that person, we're going to be like, yeah, we did it in 2 minutes, whatever. We're going to go to that next station. We're going to grab our drink and like, oh, this is awesome. Let's go again. Now, right next to us might be two people who like to just kind of come in on Saturday, and it's a little bit social. Again, they want to sweat, they want everything, and they're looking maybe more for midday. Maybe they've been here for 5 days already that week. They may choose to go buzzer to buzzer and think that, Coach Nick is just a little bit crazy and is going like that. Again, when the buzzer sounds, we want to build that whole, all right, give each other a high five, because again, this is really, really, really about your choice. Basically, go at your own pace, kind of make your own workout, and yet having this great organized flow to it. So 2 minutes, going in that 20-second buzzer, kind of cyclone concept. Go to the next station, 2 minutes, and they're going to go around the gym like that twice. So when they get back, you're going to just keep going on that one. And what you might even find is, again, someone might come in here and they may choose to go half and half. Maybe they'll do the first half as the AMRAP, and when they get back to that station, they're like, I'm kind of just tired or sick of counting, and I'm just going to go buzzer. Again, totally fine. There's just unlimited possibilities for them to kind of mix this up. Now, we as coaches want to make sure that when we are demoing this, that we explain that. So now that you kind of understand the idea, like I said, lots of moving parts. They'll start at a station. They can choose to go buzzer to buzzer or to count reps, whichever one they choose. Either way, their active recovery will again be their choice. So lastly, guys, and I'll cover this when I go into the actual intro, but because of all these moving parts, you want to make sure that when you demo, you actually use the stuff that's on the board as a real live example. You're not just kind of, hey, hypothetically, look at your board and be like, all right, guys, so at this station, I have 2 choices, and I can do this, and literally, I can do slams for 20 seconds, and then I can pick any one of those active recoveries, and I can do that for 20 seconds, and I'll just go back and forth. Every time you hear the beep, beep, buzz, you just switch. Make sense? That's one of your choices. Awesome. Okay. So you just want to make sure that when you demo this, guys, before we even start, you just take a few moments to kind of give them their ideas, their choices on that. All right. Again, when you watch that intro, you're going to see that because of those choices, this intro will take just a few more seconds in that intro. But if you take those few extra seconds in the beginning to make sure that everybody understands it, it will make their experience so much smoother as we get going through this workout. This is, again, our maximum overdrive timed AMRAP.